Fa'auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Atiullah atiur Rasul wa ulul amri minkum. And fa'auzu billahi minash shaitanir Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salam ashrafil mursaleen Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu sallam bimadadikum wa nazarikum Sayyidi ya Rasul Kareem ya Habib al-Azim. Madad ya Sayyidi ya Sultan al-Awliya ma Shaykh Abdul Faiz al-Daghestani, Sayyid Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Adil Haqqani, Mawlana Shaykh Hisham Kabani, Shaykh Adnan Kabani, Shaykh Muhammad Adil, Abdul Khaliq al-Khujdawani, Sahib Zaman Sayyidina Muhammad al-Mahdi alayhi salam, Ruhullah Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, Saifullah Sayyidina Ali salam, thumma Sayyidina Abu Bakr Siddiq, Sayyidina Umar, Sayyidina Uthman, Imam al-Hasan alayhi salam, Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam, Sayyidatina Fatimah alayhi salam. Fi barakati wiladati Imam al-Husayn alayhi salam, Sayyidina Zayn al-Abidin alayhi salam, Sayyidina Abbas alayhi salam, wa sa'iru wa sadatina wa siddiqeen. Al-Fatiha. Barakat shafaat ya Rasul Kareem. Ameen. Fa'auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Atiullah atiur Rasul wa ulul amri minkum. And always a reminder for myself, ana abdukal ajizu da'eefu miskinu zalim mujahhad, and but for the grace of Allah that we're still in existence. And we talked, and a reminder for myself in this holy month of Sha'ban, the month of Sayyidina Muhammad and its immense lights and blessings, and that Allah gives to us a way towards His Divine Presence, in which the hadith of Prophet comes, and continuously we have to go deeper in this pursuit of love and the pursuit of Allah and the love of Sayyidina Muhammad that Allah gives to Prophet that, I'm a hidden treasure wanting to be known. And a reminder, because we've talked about that, but if we contemplate it goes deeper. The people think that they found Allah, they came to Islam and therefore they achieved everything. But this hadith gives to us that, I'm a hidden treasure wanting to be known. So coming straight to the door of Allah and thinking that we have found Allah, then the hadith is giving us we have to go deep. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. InshaAllah, if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also be so kind as to leave loving comments, and please share the stream, every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe. There are darajats and levels of belief in which we must go deeper in our belief, and that Allah is a hidden treasure wanting to be known. Then the tariqah comes to teach us that look for the treasure, that when we want the love of Allah and we're seeking to draw near to Allah, the tariqah comes and begins to teach us from the holy hadith and the way of ma'rifah that seek whom Allah loves, because He's a hidden treasure wanting to be known through the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah. That as soon as we begin to approach that love of Allah, He inspires within our heart to look to the reality of Muhammadun Rasulullah, and the seeker begins to draw near to that reality to understand the characteristics, the beatific nature and reality of Prophet. And in reality, as they draw near to that, they are finding Allah's hidden treasure. And then Allah comes to them and begins to teach from the hadith of Prophet that, I'm not on the heavens and I'm not on earth but I'm on the heart of my believer. Means then the depth of that reality is that Allah is a hidden treasure. So it's not so easy that you go to a structure, you go to a place, you go to a location and that you're going to find Allah. Says, I'm a hidden treasure but I want to be known. Only through the love of Prophet and the reverence for his holy hadith and these hadiths of marifah and these hadiths of ishq is that neither the heavens and the earth can contain me but I'm in the heart of my believer. Qalb al-mu'min Baytullah means all of these are beginning to give to us the hidden treasure in which the heart of Prophet is the house of Allah. And the depth of that reality and the pursuit of our path is external people, they want to go to structures. They want to go to a location in which they built, where the hands of men built. No matter how ancient that structure is, it's something that the hands of men built. And Allah gives to us that, I reside in the structures in which I built. That which you built is different. That which Allah built is where Allah will reside. Means that He made this creation, moulded this creation and blew into it of His Divinely lights and spirit. And if that heart is clean and purified, it can become the house of God, the house of Allah. As a result of that house, that is the house of Allah. Means these souls whom open this reality of love and ishq and open the reality of this hidden treasure, and they didn't take a path in which to find external locations to be holy. They go to an external location, so go, this mosque is holy, this center holy, this ancient place is holy. There's something that makes it holy and it's not the bricks and stones. And only the people of marifah understand the external people, they are the closest ones to idol worshipping because they take a structure and they think it's holy. They take the khiswa of the Kaaba and they're mesmerized. They take the location and the understanding of the Kaaba and mesmerized. The way of marifah comes and teaches that Allah is not in the Kaaba. And Allah describing, I am a hidden treasure, it's not going to be that easy but I want to be known. And the qalb al-mu'min Baytullah. So it means the creation that carries this reality, they're the house of Allah. Ultimate is Sayyidina Muhammad. Means the reality of Prophet holy heart is the house of Allah. Manzil al-Qur'an. It's not only the house of Allah, it's the house of Holy Qur'an. As a result, this precious soul is what makes bricks and stones to be holy. You go to a house and say, oh this house is holy, that's idol worshipping. Why would a house be holy? It's those whom reside within it who remember their Lord, love their Lord, love Sayyidina Muhammad, they became and Allah dressed them to become the houses of Allah. They're a mu'min and their qalb is Baytullah because that's what Allah created. The external structures we make. we build, we redesign. Even Kaaba has been built by men that not too holy. They put even a fabric on top of it that are not clean people. What makes the Kaaba to be holy is the souls that occupy its reality within. And their arwah, their souls that are located in that proximity, they are the houses of Allah, Nabi'een, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen. Allah, these are the best of company and I'm with them. Their souls make the Kaaba to be holy. Their souls make every location to be holy. It's not the bricks and stones. Wherever one of these house of Allah's moves means that Nabi'een, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen reside within that reality. And the tariqah comes to teach us that you're not going to find even the old poetries of Sayyidina Jalaluddin Rumi, Hafiz Sadi, any famous poetries of marifah is always hinting to that reality that don't be an idol worshipper. You don't seek Allah in forms and structures. And those people whom are so external and they think they're so litigious in their understanding, they're the biggest of idol worshipping. Because they don't accept the soul, they don't accept the realities of the soul, everything is only for them structures. And the haqqaiq of this reality is that we're not going to find Allah in those structures. So I want to go to a masjid that's holy. There is no masjid that's holy, there's only holy souls that enter into the masjid. As a result, if Allah inspires one of His houses, means these souls that are filled with Nabi'een, Siddiqeen, Shuhada'i wa Saliheen. This is Holy Qur'an, Ayatul Qur'an, that Allah's with them. Allah's with what He created, you're with what you've made. I mean people have to ponder and think, what does that mean? Yeah. It's the occupant that makes something holy. So, oh, this masjid's so holy. No, the masjid's not holy, it's just bricks and walls. But if Allah takes a liking and wants a barakah and a blessing, He inspires His holy souls which are His real houses, sit there, pray there, occupy there. As a result of their presence everything becomes holy because Allah resides within them, they become the walking reality of the house of Allah. That which Allah makes is holy, that which Allah made He resides within it. He blew of His spirit inside of it, He magnified and glorified and raised it. And tariqah comes and teaches us that if you take a path outside you will never find Allah. As soon as you're inspired to take a path inside is the only way to Allah. And that's why they understood that the door to this presence is the heart of a believer. And that's why Allah ati'u Allah, ati'u Rasul wa ulul amri minkum. If you're looking for Allah look to Sayyidina Muhammad, he is the ultimate lover, the ultimate one whom achieved the perfection of love, and Allah gave the title Habibullah. You are my beloved, I created you as my beloved, you are the symbol of divine love in which I love you and all creation trying to love me. And as a result to reach to that door of Allah then we find those whom love Sayyidina Muhammad. And through their heart is a doorway to the presence of Prophet. And that's what the external people are not understanding. They want so much to pray within structures and they think that they'll find Allah in a structure. But Allah says, I can't be found in any structure. If you pray with those whom love me, just your presence in their presence, you can enter into my Divinely love and my Divinely grace. So the path lies within the heart of the believer. Our life is to accompany those whom love Sayyidina Muhammad, because that's a sign that they're from the houses of Allah. And anybody whom comes near to the real house of Allah, what happens? Their life is to circumambulate them, focus on them, keep the company upon them. And as a result of being around them, focusing on them, they become a Kaaba and a Qibla for your life. Because Kaaba means that they are a direction and a compass in which they calibrate your understandings, your education, your reality. That don't start to direct yourself towards the dunya but direct yourself towards the akhirah. They become the symbol of that love because the Kaaba is a heart and they contain the heart of the love of Prophet, and within the love of Prophet is the love of Allah. So they encapsulate this entire love, and as a result of being around them, those are the houses of Allah. And that our whole life is to take our soul to enter into their heart. This is not an external Hajj but an internal Hajj. This is a path in which to find that heart, accompany that heart and put your soul into its presence. And as soon as they enter into the presence of these shaykhs and this heart and this reality, immediately their soul is bonded and bonds with them, is drawing near to them because the soul knows realities, the soul knows the truth. The ego is at the level of the physicality, not at the level of the soul. The soul knows the haqqaiq and knows this is from the light of Muhammadun Rasulullah, and their whole battle in dunya is to not let their nafs attack them and throw them out of that reality. Because the nafs, it partners with shaitan, says, I see what you don't see, you don't know who that soul is, we know who that soul is and we will distance you from that reality. So as soon as we come into the proximity and listen to the teachings, listen to the advice, attend the majlis, the salawats, the zikr, regardless of space and time, the soul knows who that reality is. And our whole battle is going to be the nafs. From the moment we tuned in and locked on, you are in a battle, a death battle with the nafs, in which the nafs also knows and says that, we are not going to let you achieve that bond, we're not going to let you to take that door into realities, and we're going to do everything possible to attack you. And that becomes the entire battle and the reality of Jihadul Akbar. Why Prophet described? Because this is the greatest battle, the one whom tries to enter into the heart of belief so that he can find the love of Sayyidina Muhammad and enter the real houses of Allah, not the structures. Structures become bombed and taken down all the time, but Allah is always standing, is upright and powerful. That Allah resides within the heart of His servant, and the heart of the servant has to be the symbol of the kalimah. It has to be La ilaha illallah but filled with the ishq and muhabbat in the character of Muhammadun Rasulullah. And our path is to enter into those hearts. That's why we describe this path is a path of love. Now look at the holy companions. Look at the life of Imam al-Husayn as-salam. What Allah dressed this beloved soul in which he could show his love for his beloved grandfather, in which I take all my family with all the fear of them being horrifically sacrificed by his own nation, but for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad to keep the love and the ishq of his beloved grandfather, he walked into his fate of difficulty. Same for Imam Zayn al-Abidin who survived the calamities of Ashura but immense difficulty throughout his holy life. And the same for Sayyidina Abbas whom was cut to pieces for the love of Imam al-Husayn in their quest for water and to quench the thirst that the family had endured at the hands of opponents, that he went to fetch the water and every part of his body they were cutting, chopping and throwing arrows, and he continued to try to rise to take the bags or the saddles of water back to their camps. And holy companions live an example that every example of their lives was they lived a life of sacrifice and love. Love for the ulul amr that they accompanied, love for the love of Sayyidina Muhammad. As a result of their love, their life and their sacrifice, they gained the love of Allah. They gained the love of Allah. It was not in the defense of structures and buildings that they gained this nearness. It was they accompanied the true houses of Allah, the hearts that were the real house of Allah. They circumambulated and fought and sacrificed and protected that reality. As a result they gained the nearness to Allah. We pray that in these holy months and in the month of Sha'ban and Laylatul Barat that Allah is a night of forgiveness and the night of destiny in which Allah writes the destiny for the year of who comes in and who leaves this dunya and what is written for them on this dunya for that year. We pray that Allah write for us the goodness of this love, the goodness of this ishq, and that to give us an access to the heart of Sayyidina Muhammad to be granted these lights and this ishq and this muhabbat for ourselves, our families and our communities inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi sirri Surat al-Fatiha. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Shaykh Nurjan. Thank you for watching the video that you're watching. InshaAllah if you're happy with the content and happy with these programs, please support the button below, the programs that we have for our orphanage repairs, our water well, Give the Gift of Life, our mobile food vans. We have now 5 vans: Vancouver, Chicago, Los Angeles, Pakistan. There's many programs that reach thousands of people and rescue foods and give those supplies to people in need. Your support is greatly appreciated. Also be so kind as to leave loving comments and please share the stream, every bit counts. As-salamu alaykum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.